Every farm has a first morning. Not the first day you think about it, but the first day you put a machine to work and let the land answer back. This place is Bluegrass Ridge Land and Cattle. I bought it earlier this summer after moving up from Florida, and for now, it's just land, livestock, and possibility. No house on the property yet, no fancy setup, just a barn, a pasture, and a plan to build something that lasts. What a beautiful morning. Nice and crisp, around 60 degrees this morning here on the first part of September. Welcome to Bluegrass Ridge, Land and Cattle. Today, we start this journey. I believe the tractor's warmed up, so let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, we've got the mower hooked up back here. We got to get some grass on the ground. So earlier this year, I bought this place. It's up here in Kentucky. A little town called Gage. And, well, we just got tired of the rat race down in Florida. I actually left my job, kind of cashed out my retirement, and we put it all on this place. Luckily, we do still have a little left over in the bank. We've got a little nest egg that we can use to grow in this place and hopefully build a legacy farm. You notice on the left there we have some grass already raked up. That's actually ready to bale, ready to go. We have some over here. We had worked on this a little while back. Oh boy, we had made a purchase that I don't think is going to work out too well. We had a very small sickle bar mower, and I just was not prepared for how slow that thing was going to move with how much land we have. It just was not making very much progress. So I went ahead and bit the bullet. Got a mower, a brand new mower, actually down from the dealership. And that thing hopefully is going to work out really well for us. Now, right through here, you know what? I've got to get out. We have got a bad washout back here. I've got to be careful. I think if we come over here, we can get down. So we have not worked these fields back here yet. Man, I don't know. Maybe if I swing way out here in the grass, let's try that. Let's back up a bit. All right, there we go. Let's swing over here, see if we can get through this. I don't want to damage the mower. I'm going to have to do something about this. It is actually getting a little worse since we've been up here. The couple months we've been up here. Ooh, that's the dip right there. All right. I think we're through it. I think the mowers should be through it. Yeah. All right. So we've got this field right here. Still got to cut that, but we're going to work on back toward the back here. We've got a lot of grass to get mowed up, and we're going to work on this field right here. Get turned around so we can get set up and ready to go. I tell you, this property it's beautiful. A little bit of rolling hills to it, a lot of hardwood trees on it. All right, let's get this thing unfolded. Make sure I do this right. There we go. Alright, so I have not used this mower yet. This is the first time we've got this out onto the field, so we're going to give it a shot here. Let's see. Let's get this thing fired up. This thing is much bigger than what we had before. We'll take a look at everything we've been able to purchase on the farm so far. At some point, we'll get through it. I'm trying to make some frugal purchases, and I've made a mistake, I believe, with one of the purchases. I thought it would work out, but we are going to have to do something different. But we'll get into all that as we get through some of these projects we have. Today is pretty much a simple day. Goal number one is we're trying to get some of this grass mowed down so it can start drying up. Being in September, we need to try and get some more hay in. So we do have the big plans. We do want to get some cows brought in to the farm here very soon. I want to get those going. You know, obviously it takes some time for those things to grow off, so we're going to try to get some cows established here and get that rolling here pretty soon. Oh no, I actually mowed over where they were driving as the road. I guess that is not going to matter too much, but I don't want to keep doing that. Let's swing around here. I don't think that's good. There's a little bit of gravel exposed on that dirt there. I don't want to get that up into the blades and chip a blade. That is not going to be good on a brand new mower, so we'll try to keep it out in the field. Yeah, we want to start out with some cows. We got to get those going. We want to build a small herd and get some things going there. We've got to start seeing a return on this farm, hopefully within the first year. Luckily, we were able to buy this place relatively cheap. The previous owner had built the cow barn, had started on some fencing, but we had to do a lot of work to get that ready to go. And so we have the shed on the property, and that's about it. There's just nothing else. Obviously, you've seen they had done a lot of work on getting some of these pastures to grow, and they're doing pretty good. I have noticed that we do have some weeds, and it just doesn't seem like it is growing. The grass is just not as good and rich as I think it should be. So I think at some point we're probably going to try to till this in and replant, and maybe try to get the soil worked up real good. Maybe get some soil samples done or something like that, you know, and try and get this place to be operating as efficient as possible. Good land here, though. We're up in the heart of Kentucky, and a lot of good land here. I hadn't noticed a lot of rocks or stones or anything, so that is really good. I think we're going to have a good piece of property here. A lot of good farmland around in the area as well. So I think there's, you know, it's just a good region to do some agriculture. So we're very excited about moving up here, and hopefully this works out for us. How about that? How about that? That's going to do it on the mowing. That went so much faster than we struggled with that little sickle bar mower. That was actually a pleasure to do, and I am actually so happy that I'm able to get back here. I was really worried about that, but we have done okay, so that is very good news. Still need to get that fixed out because the road just washed out. But we'll get something in there. Maybe we can get a load of gravel brought in, or maybe culvert or something if it's going to keep washing out. So the good thing is all of the mowing is done except for that very first field up there by the barn. That we're going to need to do, but I'm probably going to need a full day for that. That is a lot of grass. So what I plan to do is I really want to try to get some of this up. This has been on the ground a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I hope we don't have any moisture coming up underneath it. You know, hopefully we don't. If we get a little bit of moisture in there, it won't be the end of the world being fed to cows. Or maybe we just sell it as mulch hay or something. I don't know. We've got some tools in now. We've been kind of working along as we've been collecting things. So finally we've got everything we needed to make the hay. And so that is what we're doing today. Nice little barn we got here. I really like this thing. Brought the truck up we had down in Florida. We had bought a bigger truck. We had a camper down there, and we had recently just bought a bigger truck to haul the camper with. And we decided to just keep it. We did sell the camper. Right now we're actually just renting a place down the road. There was a house that was a pretty good little house, decent price. So we decided to just rent, and hopefully we can find something to buy, or maybe at some point we build on this property. Who knows? Alright, that's probably good. I don't want to hit the back. Alright, we've got to get this thing unhooked. So let me get the jack down, get the lines disconnected, and we'll get this thing off the tractor. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and hook up to the baler. We've picked up this thing here. It's a little bit older, but it's in good shape. I think it will work out. We have not made any bells with it yet. Yeah, a little bit used, but it'll be okay. And then we went ahead and bought some netting there. We've got to get that in the baler as well. That's my problem child right there. That's the problem child. That's that sickle bar mower I said we were using. You know, it's really good shape. Good grief, that woodpecker was close. Goodness. But yeah, it is not doing very well in this grass. This mower, that thing was a champ. All right, we've got the baler backed up here, got the hatch open. We're going to go ahead and throw some of these rolls in here. I don't know how many it'll hold. Maybe 2. We'll see. Let me go ahead and grab one. Well, all right, I got the net in here. I hope I did it right. Hopefully it will be okay. So we'll go ahead and get this hatch closed, and we're going to go on and head down to the field, see about getting some bales made. Well, all right, we're over here, and well, the baler seems to be working. Everything is working out just fine. We've already made a couple bales. There they are up there. Only thing, this tractor got to shift it a bunch. Got to shift a lot. It didn't like this hill pulling this baler. Might be just a little underpowered with the hills that we have to deal with here. But other than that, it is actually working out really well. And this tractor we have here is a pretty good tractor. We bought it. It was actually our second tractor purchase. We bought a smaller John Deere, and that's why we actually had that sickle bar mower, because I thought, well, maybe we could just get by with that for a little while. Well, that was not the case. That tractor we bought, the guy that sold it to me, he was not real honest. He said the brakes weren't great, but that they worked, and we tested them out. It seemed to work. okay, but when they start getting hot, getting used a little bit, that's when the problem comes in, and they pretty much don't work at all. So that is not working out very well for us. Alright, let's go ahead and get this bale unloaded. Yeah, so that tractor is just not, I don't think it's going to be was not a viable solution for the farm. And so we picked this one up. It come up for sale down at the dealership. It was a trade-in. Pretty low hours for the year, and it seems to be working okay. I wish we could have got one with some four-wheel drive capabilities, especially with the hill here. You know, I'm just concerned when we get into some tillage or field work, if we ever end up doing that. Maybe if, you know, when we till this up and replant, or maybe having to pull a trailer loaded with bales up the hill, like that hill over there. I just feel like this thing may struggle just a little bit being two-wheel drive, but it's what we have for now. And for now, it's working out for what we're doing with it. Alright, another bale. Now this grass has been down now for, it's been cut a couple weeks, I believe, and it's actually been raked up like this now for over a week, I think. So I sure hope we don't have ants in the rows. I sure hope it's good hay. Probably could have flipped it over one more time and let it dry it out. But really just trying to get this done. You see the grass is already starting to grow back. Come on, tractor. There we go. Alright, I better make that bale right there. Get nervous about dropping these on these hills. I hope they don't roll down into the woods. Alright, another bale. That's good. Yeah, these are some really big bales. Oh boy, I hope our tractor can pick them up. I think it will. We'll put some ballast on the back. Yeah, that little tractor we bought, that John Deere, it's an industrial tractor. It was actually used by a road department, I believe, local road department. And it's got one of those pin-on buckets. So the guy that we bought it from actually took a homemade bale spear and just chained it to the bucket. It's comical, but it works. It actually works. So that's how we're going to try and use it. I don't know if it's not going to be a solution we need to depend on for a long time, but I think it'll get us by. The biggest trick is going to be stopping. Alright, one more bale. Well, I've got a little bit of this to go. We're going to try to get this done today. Everything's dried off from this morning. Got some nice sunshine, a little bit of wind. The dew is gone, so we're going to try to get this up while it's dry. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, if I have enough time, I don't think I will. I really like to get that last field mowed, but that may have to wait. Alright, we got it all baled up. This is the last bale. Here's a little smaller. Did not quite make a full bale, but And we got some bales out here. That's awesome. Actually, quite a few more than I expected off of this grass. But this is what I'm afraid of. On this hill right here, I've got to be very careful about how I unload these bales. They were wrapped really tight, so I actually rolled down the hill. Stopped just in the edge, so thankfully I should be able to get them out. Actually, that one had a tree stop it right there. So, yep, I'm going to have to watch that when we're baling. I'm going to go ahead and get this baler back to the barn. We really didn't have all that much to bale. Just a small field here and just that little bit right there in front of us on the hill. It's kind of in that pocket right there to the side. So that was just kind of our test areas that we had done early on. I did while I was baling, I decided to go ahead and get out of the tractor, stretch my legs a minute, and while I was out, I kicked around a few of those windrows. And I think it's going to be pretty good hay. I didn't see any ant beds under there, and it really was not very much moisture in there, so it actually looked pretty good. There's some weeds in there. It's not the highest quality hay, but it'll feed a cow, no doubt. So worst case, we feed it to the cows. I mean, if we have to, we'll sell it as some mulch hay. But this is going to be the big field right here. I'm excited about getting this cut. I think it's going to make a lot of hay. Alright, let's get this thing swung around back in. I'm going to take a little break. Alright. Hello? Speaking? They're ready all... Oh, that was fast. I was not expecting you guys to get done so quickly. I understand. Yeah, no problem. I tell you what, I'm about to go run grab some lunch real quick. We've been on the tractor all morning. Is it okay if we swing by this afternoon and pick them up? Perfect. Okay. Probably around 2. I imagine we could be there around 2. Works for you? Good deal. All right, we'll see you then. Appreciate it. All right, take care. Well, how about that? Cows are ready. I was not expecting to get those today. You know what? Let's walk on over here. I need to go ahead and check. Make sure everything's ready. Yeah, we need to get the gates closed. This is a nice barn. I really like this thing. We've had to do a little work to it. But, there's no power on this piece of property. So everything is run off solar, at least for now. They had the windmill put in here. A little bit of stuff growing up around it, but it actually works pretty good. It is pumping water and keeping the trough full, so I can't complain there. What we did is, you notice we got some new lights up here. So we put this little solar panel in here. We got some solar lights inside here. Everything works off solar, off the battery, so that works pretty good. This fence out here is what we had to work on. Like I said, they did have a little bit, kind of a piece of it, I guess you can say. And so we had to finish it up and get everything fixed and ready. But we do have the cattle trailer, but went ahead and bought that. Just getting ready. We plan on getting cows, so went ahead and bought a cattle trailer. But we've got a really nice pasture over here, a lot of good grass out there. We're just going to focus on some beef cows right now, and hopefully get them to grow off. Maybe get some mama cows, maybe a bull. Start having some calves, and grow a herd, and maybe have some steers to sell as we go. Just to help keep an income coming in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in the truck. We're going to drive down to the house, have lunch with the family, and we'll come back up here and grab that trailer, get hooked up, and we're going to head down and go ahead and get our first load of cows. Well, we finally made it back. This load has been rough. It is just absolutely pouring out here. We got the first load back to the farm, and it was nice and dry, no problems. And this load, we've just absolutely gotten drenched. We're soaking wet, but we're almost back. Almost back. Just got to get these unloaded, and then we'll be good to go. So earlier, that was the vet that called. And he had gone ahead and got all the heifers vaccinated for me. Went ahead and warned them everything. So they are good to go. I just wanted them to be nice and healthy. And I go ahead and get all their shots and everything before we got back to the house. Didn't want to... Actually don't have a way to... I left my blinker on, didn't I? Oh, man. Oh man, turn your blinker off. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't want to have to deal with all of that when we got them here. I actually don't have a way to capture them right now. We've got to get some kind of chute or something. We can... You know what, let me get out of the rain here real quick. Some kind of chute. Maybe we can do something in this pen. Get them in here and maybe build a chute out that way or something. I don't know. Anyhow, these little girls, they're eating dirt. But they're doing good. We unloaded them here, and they just went to playing and frolicking in the grass, so that was really good. So let me go ahead and get these unloaded here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and throw on a poncho just so I don't get any more wet. Well, that'll do it. I got all 16 here back to the farm, and they look to be pretty happy. They look to be pretty happy. Let's do another check here, make sure they have water. Yep, I see it over there. Looks good. So everything is good. We've got some cows in. The fence is brand new. Most of it's brand new, so shouldn't have to worry about them. Look at them, just out there, seating, happy, swatting the flies away. That's the start of a new adventure right there. Well, we got a long road ahead of us. Got more fencing to do. Got to get some feed for the cows. Probably build some more shelters, and, well, a lot of hard decisions. But today, Bluegrass Ridge Landed Cattle officially becomes a cattle operation. The next time, we'll start figuring out how to make this place work for the long haul.